Hey guys, Sam here.
And Angela, and welcome to our channel.
Welcome to another home tour video. And as I started to put this together and kind of talk about what we're going to talk about to you, I kind of asked Angela, said, hey, maybe we need to tell people why exactly we're deciding on certain home tours and basically cherry picking homes. She then reminded me as we talked and said, well, we've looked at floor plans for months and decided these were the ones that were worthwhile for a trip. And of course, me being me, I dragged the camera along.
For this house, they had a display home in Kentucky and in Alabama. Those were the two closest places to us. So we decided to go to Alabama.
Why? Why did we choose Alabama and not Kentucky, right?
Right. Well, we were taking the RV to make this a trip, and we decided that it would probably be an easier drive in the RV to go down to Alabama.
Yes, straight interstate. My cup of tea.
Also, the home that we toured for you guys before, it was on the way to Alabama, so double dip that chip.
We want to share with you guys a little bit of road trip footage since we did take the RV and we did camp at a campground on this trip. But if you're only here for the house tour, not for Sam and Angela, go ahead and jump to the timestamp listed below. That will take you straight into the meat and taters of the house tour. Otherwise, let's hit the road.
Well, this is the house that we came to Alabama to look at. And I'm really glad that we did, because it always feels different walking through a place rather than going through a virtual tour online. This is the Fleetwood X model, and it is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Here they have it as the 5-bedroom option. We would get it as a 4-bedroom option with a family room, just because this living room is a bit small for us and what we feel like we need. The bedrooms are really good size. The master bath is really nice. It has a very large shower in it that looks really nice. I've never had just a shower, so that'll be something different. But otherwise, the kitchen is more than adequate. It has a lot of upper cabinets, which is something that I was concerned about with the other one. And we can get the sliding glass doors into the dining room, so we have a nice way of going out and enjoying our outside area as well. And the pantry and utility room is quite large actually, and it opens up right into the bathroom. So there's not really any need for us to have a sink at the back door.
So some things that I like about this house, it is finished drywall throughout. It doesn't have that chair rail molding hiding the seams for the wall, and the inside outside corners are completely finished as well. I really like that. Also, in this area where the living room and kitchen dining room are connected, the ceiling is flat, so it will be a finished transition there. It's not a doorway cutout. I kind of like it because it makes it feel more like an open, cohesive space. One of the things that I'm not too crazy about is it does have floor vents in the floor, but looking at them, there's only one that feels a little odd, and that's the one in the kitchen. Most of the other floor vents are on the perimeters of the walls, which is standard for residential, stick frame homes, so that's cool. None of those are a problem. The only one that I noticed was just right here in the kitchen, and it is what it is. Like Angela said, we wouldn't want to do the utility sink in the utility room. That's not really much of benefit for us, so we would remove that. We would definitely pay to add on the sliding glass door in the dining room, and then we would pay to probably get the upgraded insulation package. Definitely, because that's the kind of stuff you spend or buy once that just pays you back in the long run for utility costs. That, along with the family room version or the den model, pretty much, yeah, we don't have anything else we really want to nitpick. I mean, there's fit and finish things you're going to have with any home. We can fix that, no problem. We can caulk it, paint it, look great. But as far as the bones and the layout, we're pretty pleased, I think. All right, let's talk about the pros of this house. What are the things that we ourselves like about it?
Well, first of all, the kitchen is pretty awesome. It's got a lot of uppers, which is important to us.
Wait, explain uppers for anyone who may not know how we talk.
Any of the upper cabinets
Right.
that will be above the countertop.
Right. Has a good number of those for dishes.
It does. And then it also has the sink at the kitchen window, which is something that I really like and would prefer to have.
Yes, the first home tour we did, the sink was in the island, and we weren't really fans of that. And a lot of people agreed, some disagreed. It's okay. You got your thoughts, we got ours. We just don't want the sink in the island.
And then also, there was no walk through the dining room to get to a utility room type feel. The dining room was kind of cozied off to itself.
Yes, which we like because you homeschool our boys, and having a lot of homeschool paraphernalia or whatever it is, that wall would be perfect for some shelving, maybe some cabinets, or honestly, since we're just a family of 4, we would probably put the dining room table up against that wall and have seating around it, and it just was more cohesive knowing that the dining room was in its own area and we didn't have to keep it floating because we had to walk through it all the time.
Right.
Now tell them about the window in the dining room.
One thing that we really liked with that is that you could put a slider or a French doors at, because we really want to be able to walk in the front door and be able to see out to the backyard, because we're going to have a pretty awesome backyard and we want to be able to get to it easily.
Sounds like my to-do list just got bigger. An awesome backyard. Yeah, we definitely like to do outdoor living in our backyard. It's where we are right now. We prefer to be here, so we definitely wanted to have it open to the house as well. Another thing we liked, and honestly this is why we made the trip to go see this home, is that we liked the floor plan, the room size, the layouts, and everything as is. That's good, not only because if you're going to look at it, you might as well like it, but there's also not a whole lot of customizations you can do with manufactured homes or ones in this particular price range. As far as customizations, pretty much we would do the 2x6 exterior walls. Definitely want to upgrade that along with the insulation, and then also add the sliding glass door into the dining room. We would probably also take away the utility sink and small stuff here and there, but that's pretty much it. One last thing that I will put on the pros list, and this one is because of you all, our viewers who write comments and honestly help educate us a lot of the times, and that's floor vents. So in the first home, I was oohing and ahhing over no floor vents, that the vents were in the ceiling. I thought that was cool, I thought it was great. Well, a lot of people chimed in and said, hey, I have that, and it's terrible because attic spaces are hot. If you're trying to pump your conditioned air, aka cool air, in the summertime, it's gonna come out warm. And in the wintertime, it's gonna come out warm. And you want hot and cold. So, thank you for that. I now have seen the light, and I like floor vents. So, this home has floor vents, and that's good. All right, now let's talk about some stink stuff. What are our cons with this house?
So it had a lack of kitchen drawers, and that may sound funny, but we don't have many kitchen drawers and could really use some, so that's something that's kind of important to us.
You need extra drawers when you fill your drawers. I couldn't help myself.
Well, the island also has little cubbies on it.
Weird, right?
Why? What can you put in those that isn't going to make it look cluttered?
To me, it was like they said, you know what, let's not put drawers here. Let's just put weird cubbies. And that's what they did, I guess. So we don't like that.
And then the kitchen cabinets, while there are plenty of them, they are a little bit cheaper made. They do have trim pieces on the edges, the corners, and they just don't feel as
robust,
beefin' as the other ones that we've seen in some of the other homes.
Yep. We definitely are having questions about the long-term durability of the cabinetry, and that's kind of bad when you're looking at it brand new and you're thinking, give me 10 seconds, I'd probably break it. Yeah, not really what you would really want. Other things we did not like, and this especially was you did not like, inside of all the closets, you did have the thin drywall, but it had the strips between. So it was not full finished drywall inside the closets. In addition to that, you also pointed out, hey, you're good for these things, that the door casing and door trim felt very cheap. It wasn't attached very well, but also the beef-in quality of the wood framing members, I don't think it would last long with me, let alone our two boys. So that was also a bleh about the house.
The pantry, while it does have its own pantry, that's nice, it is not being able to be closed off. It is open to everybody to see how good or bad you can organize your pantry, and I'm not very good at that.
What? No way. I thought you were.
So that was kind of a con, that you couldn't close off your pantry.
Yeah. We do like the utility room having that window above the utility sink, although we don't like the utility sink. That window is nice. The utility room size was also pretty good.
It was.
Yeah. And it had opening to the second bathroom, which was pretty unique. It kind of let that area double dip as a mud room with easy access to the bathroom and laundry, and that was pretty cool. But again, the pantry, we want to hide that stuff.
The last thing on our list is about framing, so I'm going to let Sam tackle that.
So the exterior walls by default come as 2x4, which is what it is, but you can upgrade it to 2x6s and get the extra insulation. However, your marriage wall is 2x4, which, okay, that's standard. 2x4 marriage walls, very standard. What is not a good thing is that your interior wall framing are 2x3s in this home. Just like the home that we did our first tour on had interior 2x3 frame walls, this was the same way. So that, to me, was a I would love for all the interior walls to be 2x4 and the exterior 2x6. We only had the option for the 2x6 exterior with this home, and the interior is what it is. There we go. There is the house tour of the Fleetwood Homes
X model.
X model. Does X mark the spot? We don't know yet. We're still looking. What do you guys think? We'd love to hear your comments, right?
Yes.
Definitely.
Please leave comments below or questions if you have any. And otherwise, we'll see you guys next time.
That was short. I guess we talked enough, right? This is a house tour.
All right, so
Okay. See you guys.
bye.